have made the incredibly tough decision today to quit the job market search after 5 weeks of subjugating myself to unimaginable rejection and just honestly torture to become a hoe. And I will be putting a Google form link in my bio for any clients. If you know any potential clients, if you can pass it on for me, that'd be great. And I'll be also starting a group chat for anybody who may also want to join this venture with me. That's literally all. Thanks.
The job numbers are out for April here in Canada, and it is not looking good. We've gone from 6.1% in March all the way up to 6.9% in April, with the US holding steady at a whopping 4.2%. In today's video, we're going to go over some clips explaining what could be causing this rise in unemployment in Canada, as well as looking at some expert advice on how to stay prepared in these tight and competitive global job markets.
I applied for was an operations coordinator. So literally at bottom of the totem pole, a girl who did my peer interview, low-key, I think she was 23, 24 years old. So that's the kind of jobs I'm applying to now because I keep getting feedback that I don't have enough experience. So what I do, I applied to the lowest level out there, made it all the way to the final round, thought it was a really good fit. I am more than qualified for this job. I'd be such a great addition to this team. What do I get? Rejected. Don't worry though, I did not get my hopes up like last time, so I am just whatever, but I would appreciate some feedback or clarification why I got rejected. I made it all the way to the final round, and no, I just get a blanketed email from the recruiter. I respond asking for feedback. Do I get a response? No. It's now been 3 days. No response. Now they're ghosting me, and I'm just
Yeah, I totally feel that. But yeah, recruiters ghosting people, that's nothing really new, right? I graduated back in 2013 with a distinction in electrical engineering here in Canada, right? And many times I got ghosted by recruiters. So that's really nothing new. But with that said, right, it doesn't make it right. Lots of candidates, we really spend hours, even sometimes days, weeks. I remember even doing a project for one of my interviews, right? Only to get ghosted as well, right? So it's definitely a slap in the face where people really put in their all preparing for these interviews only to just get ghosted. The least you can do is at least let people know what they did wrong so they can at least improve, right? Unless of course these are just ghost jobs, just there to boost up the numbers, right? Bolster up the numbers for the shareholders and all that. But let me know down in the comments below. Is ghosting something that you've dealt with in this job market? For my recruiters and hiring managers that are watching this video, do you guys participate in ghosting candidates? And if so, why do you continue to do it? Let us know down in the chats below. I'm sure everybody would like to hear from you guys, especially.
Just a week after GM announced more than 700 workers will be laid off at this auto plant in Oshawa, Ontario, another ominous sign that Trump's tariffs are taking a bite, with the latest jobs report showing the country lost 31,000 manufacturing jobs in April, the bulk of them in Ontario.
I really think the blame for this negative number today rests squarely on one set of shoulders, and that's the U.S. president.
In a month where another big automaker, Stellantis, temporarily shut down a plant in Windsor, Ontario for 2 weeks because of U.S. tariffs on imported vehicles, unemployment in Windsor shot up in April to 10.7%, in an area where the auto sector accounts for 4 out of every 10 manufacturing jobs. Nationally, the economy added a better-than-expected 7,000 jobs, though most of it related to temporary hiring during the federal election.
I see they're trying to bolster up the numbers, right, by including the temporary jobs that were created during the federal elections. That is just ridiculous. They shouldn't be adding those numbers, right? Yeah, but furthermore, it's a bit sad, right? A sovereign nation like Canada blaming another sovereign nation like the U.S., blaming their president for the unemployment rates in their own country. That is really crazy, right? Why don't you blame your own leadership? Why don't you blame the government that you've elected for putting all their eggs in one basket, right? They put all the eggs, I believe it was something like 80% of trades in Canada being done with the US. So at what point do you put the accountability on our elected officials, right? For putting all our eggs in one basket? So you mean to tell me that we left the power and the fate of a whole nation in the hands of one set of shoulders, and somehow we're not meant to hold the elected officials accountable. I think that that's wrong. Like, you cannot blame Donald Trump for what's happening in Canada because he has to look out for his own country, and we need to hold the people that we elected in our own country accountable and responsible, right? For everything that is going wrong in the employment market, we need to be holding them accountable. Y'all comment down below what you think about that one.
Applying to jobs, here's why you're not hearing back. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You've applied to 100+ jobs, but you're not hearing back at all. It's not you, it's the market. According to this article that just dropped by The Atlantic, the job market is frozen. We are at a standstill. Why is that? Well, it's a trifecta of circumstances. There are fewer job openings, fewer people quitting, and companies are terrified of overhiring right now. And although this is incredibly frustrating, all is not lost. There are things that you can do. So here are 5 things you can do today. Number 1, stop wasting time on job boards. Get out there and network.
Yeah,
Referrals work 10 times better. Follow up aggressively. It's okay to send an email to be like, what's the status 5 days later? Optimize your resume for ATS. Keywords matter. Get that premium on LinkedIn to see who's checking out your profile. And number 5, get out there and gig. That's the new economy.
Well, what's number 4? I agree with her on like the networking and the gig. I think people need to like get used to, like, if you might need to drive an Uber to pay your bills at this time, then so be it, right? You just got to do what you got to do, right? But at this point, it's really hard to keep up, right? First, we had like Chrystia Freeland telling people to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions. Now you have this lady here telling people to subscribe to LinkedIn Premium, which last time I checked is almost like $50 a month, almost 3 times the Disney Plus subscription. So which one is it, and who is actually subscribing for LinkedIn Premium without a damn job, right? Who can afford that, right? I do agree with the referrals though. Like, we're like right now in a global market where like we're competing with people from like they are willing to accept really, really lackluster working environments, right? So we're competing with them for jobs as well. So I think now is the time to really dust up your network, see who has something out there for you, and see if they can help you out, right? With finding a job, just giving you like a leg up, because I think right now we can use any advantage that we can get. But yeah, I'm curious to hear your thoughts and your opinions down in the chat below. What do you think about this one? Be sure to smash that like and the subscribe. And until next time, peace.